How's this
Okay, since this year is the Chinese Year of the Rat, we're gonna talk a little bit about the subject, starting with Takeshi69. So if you're not interested in learning how to make money online, this is probably the time to click away. Okay, now I have your attention. Watch as this online marketer breaks down criteria that make 6ix9ine smart, not stupid. Starting with... Yep, I'm talking that Takeshi69 live stream that broke the world record for social media. Now, we all know about his interesting use of color, crazy antics, and ridiculous bravado. But aside from that, I'd like to delve a little deeper and analyze the techniques that make him a marketing success. Seems like he likes beef. I like BBQ sauce. Does that mean we go together? Not necessarily, but it's a known fact that controversial marketing works well in the celebrity world. And now, in recent years, in the online world, YouTubers left, right, and center are springing themselves into a platform of fame by doing reaction videos, beef videos, exposing other people videos, and just generally leveraging off bigger YouTubers and just starting stuff about them that's completely unnecessary and gaining a lot of views and a lot of subscribers in the process. Although I don't condone this type of behavior, essentially it is like the shortcut, the fastest shortcut towards fame. With the drawbacks of short lifespan strategy, it's like news. People watch it and then people will go away. You can't really keep that audience unless you continuously come up with campaigns which draw more hate and not in the playful sense. So, and it's kind of annoying because if you look at it on the other side of the beef, it's kind of like undermining other people's hard work, which, yeah. But if you're willing and able to sell your soul for clout, choice is yours to make. And another point, if he's able to not take himself so seriously, which he does, you know, acting stupid, calling people stupid when he's the one being stupid. I know it's an act, but it's interesting to watch. And in my opinion, there are three types of people in this world. There's the serious crowd, there's the fun crowd, so people who are like cool and, you know, people who can make an influence on you. And then there are the funny people, so serious, fun, and funny. And he is definitely on the funny end. And those people always have the biggest audience. One, because no one wants to listen to a serious, boring person. Two, because fun person is cool, but there's always someone who's cooler, more entertaining, you know, like a comedian. Then there's the persona, wearing excessive bling, being followed by beautiful, thick girls. Thick. Indulging in extravagance, acting hard, and just surrounding himself with dangerous people. It's all part of the act. It's just to draw your attention. I know rappers like to flex with real money, like piles of real money. But I can flex it too, with can do. Yeah. £5 note. That's all I got. Who actually uses that much real money anyway? Like, everyone uses electronic. Well, in the UK, that's what people do. Music-wise, his style has a raw sense of aggression to it. Which may be appealing to some, but I have to admit, like, it's kind of catchy. Now, on to a little bit of gossip so we can liven things up. It's not so boring. I heard his chains got checked by his private jeweler, who exposed them as fake and asked him where he got them from, and he was still putting up an act and saying they were real. Maybe he actually believed that they were, or maybe he was just playing dumb to his audience for entertainment.
I'm getting on the stone, bro. I'm getting on the stone, bro. Nah, man, come on. Where'd you get your jewelry from, dog? Nah, bro, nah,
It's all in the name of entertainment, bro. Like, why do you think reality TV made it so big? It's the juicy gossip, fool. Like, everybody love a bit of juicy gossip whilst they're munching on that popcorn, and sipping their iced tea. I'll run out, but yeah. Another cup full. Iced tea, iced it all. Yeah, then there's the fact that he's not black. He's actually half Mexican and half Puerto Rican. And yet he keeps saying the N-word as if he gets paid to say it. Well, he kind of does, because it's part of his game and character, but check this out. Here's Puerto Rico, and by ethnic groups, there's what, 12% of black people? Yeah. So unless his father was of African descent from Puerto Rico, then I doubt that he has the right to say the N-word. Maybe I'm just getting too old to know. So to recap a couple of his marketing strategies before we move on to the next part. Well, he creates controversy. Controversy sells. And so does envy, hate, and gossip. And it's just basically making everyone just dislike him, and the more they dislike him, the more they focus and talk about him. And he's borrowing the clout of other artists to promote him for free as well. He's trying to create this image that he's living life on the edge and taking things to the next level where no other rapper has gone before. I mean, other rappers just talk about being bad, but he actually joins gangs and does crime. And I mean, like, definitely I don't think that's cool, but a lot of rappers have a darker history than you would imagine. Like, don't believe the justification or the positive marketing. Like, it's a dark, dark world, believe me. To add to his list of wrongdoings, he previously was sentenced to 47 years in jail, possibly even a life sentence, back last year, 2019. And then a deal was made. He basically snitched on like all the other members of his gang and associates, acquaintances, and in exchange for that, he had his sentence reduced to 2 years, and then further another half a year was deducted because he was suffering from asthma and concerns from the pandemic. His lawyers were pleading that it would be more dangerous for him to be in prison. So he was released a few days ago, about 6 days ago, like on the 8th of May, and yeah, that's the story so far. But his charges weren't like serious charges. Like, he was part of like a Rico gang, involved with racketeering, hustling for money. He himself was associated with several like domestic violence, choking someone at a shopping mall. His early charge against involved with children. Like, he was like he claimed he was 17 or 18 at the time, and obviously the other person was younger than him, so an underage offense. And I can see he's trying to make up for some of the bad things that he did in the past. I mean, he in one of his music videos he went to like the Dominican Republic, and he gave out like a bunch of money, like $100 bills to the local residents. And yeah, I mean, publicized acts of charity I don't really think are worthy of mention, to be honest. But apparently I've read on his wiki that there have also been other acts of charity where he didn't get any media coverage, and he's been continuously supporting certain charities. I'm not saying that money that was earned in an illegal way. You can negate that with acts of charity, but it's what he's trying to make up for the bad things he's done, and I guess we'll just have to keep watching. Yeah, we'll just have to keep watch of what he does, and hopefully he'll bring more positive influences to the world than negative. Now back to marketing. Like I said, the point before, in order to keep up the controversy game, he has to keep trolling harder and harder each time. And he even had the audacity to replace his face with, what was it, a rat animation, like a cartoon, when he was laughing at his haters. I mean, like, the rat even had, like, rainbow whiskers. I mean, not a good idea. And on the 6ix9ine live stream, he's like,
Hold on. Yo, Rachel, come take these chains off. These shit's heavy. Right here. Come take this off real quick. I'm gonna get back to this. Hold on. Let me take all this jewelry off. I don't give my old jewelry back to get new jewelry. This is $500,000. $500,000. Look at the diamonds in them teeth. And nobody got this watch.
I know it's not the most hardcore flex, but it's just on another level, man. It only reminds me of one image. But to his credit, on his new music video, Goober, he did bank 5 million YouTube views in the first hour of release, which kind of broke YouTube. I heard that the 6ix9ine YouTube video count had to stop until the servers were back up. That's how crazy it was. That's unheard of. For years, all those servers, all those data servers, and they couldn't deal with 6ix9ine. Listen, let's take a look at his YouTube profile stats. 144 million on Goober, the video alone, and 2.5 billion views with 6 videos. Yesterday it was 2.48 billion with 5 videos. Now tell me who can do 2.48 billion views with 5 videos alone. I mean, he is king. In the marketing sense, at the very least. His strategies work. Not forgetting some of the minor details in his marketing. That he had all his merchandise prepared. He filmed the music video before he returned from prison. He basically said, oh, I'm going to do Instagram live. And then just before he was going to come on at 3 p.m. at his local time, he released the Goober music video. Then he made a social media post telling everyone to go view it. So because everyone already knew he was going to come on live, people were just waiting for him. And the call to action is what I'm trying to say. The call to action was so powerful that he, again, 5 million views in 1 hour on YouTube. The 6ix9ine YouTube video. I saw a news report saying he made 2 million USD from that music video alone. He tried to donate like 10%, like 200k to a child-related charity, but the charity refused his funds because they said with his background, it didn't align with the ethics and the mission of the charity, so they refused his donation. And I'm not going to comment on whether that's right or wrong, but that's what happened, and I'm just letting you know, because it's part of the news and it's part of the just everything he does and part of what shapes his success or what he is, whether it's good or bad. And then I promised to talk about it at the start of the video. On 6ix9ine's live stream on Instagram, it attracted 2 million simultaneous viewers at its peak, which breaks just about every record, not only for Instagram, nor for social media, but rather for any individual artist or marketer on a live event, except for maybe TV perhaps, the most conventional modern media. Note to self, I have hardly ever seen anyone from my generation prefer a newspaper over a phone or television, so don't argue me on that point. I'd like to give a shout out to Jin Kid for introducing 6ix9ine to me through his cosplays and comedy skits. I mean, I wouldn't have heard about 6ix9ine otherwise, because I'm an old boomer and I don't really follow mainstream music all that much anymore, aside from on TikTok. You know, the every other trending dance video that uses his music whenever he was released. Look, before that, I literally thought 6ix9ine was a fictional character until I read the news about him, through finding it through like a TikTok music video and then a link to like a news clip. And because his attitude seems so outrageous, and I would just assume no one would act like that in real life. But to everyone's surprise, 6ix9ine's smart. 6ix9ine is smarter than we thought. And looking in retrospect, it seems as though all of it was just pre-planned all along. Who knows? Maybe he's already got a deal going on with all the gangs he got in trouble with, to keep them from tearing him apart, I mean, for dobbing on them. Oh yeah, and in England, in the UK, we call it dobbing instead of snitching. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting cultural standpoint. Or he's a true idiot and he thinks he can get away with all this without paying a dime to anyone he's been dissing during this period. In any case, I don't think his career is going to end well, but his marketing has definitely won him some notoriety. For now, we will be watching. Now you know what it takes to break out in the online marketing world in 2020. Stop taking yourself so seriously, be funny, work on trending content. More tutorials very soon. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Bash that like button like you bash a mall at the theme park. Ding that bell so you get reminded when there's a new video released. And I will catch you in the next one.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh? Play me like a dummy, like. Are you dumb? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh? Yeah, you got some money, but you still stupid. Listen, when I talk, you better listen. We can make them dance, bachata, slide over, do the cha-cha. Papa, make nigga go adios. Dímelo, mami, freca, you nasty. Flame up, light it. They see me and get excited. Two-step, spin around, so fly, pilot. They sick, been hot, way before. To the double thick thighs, twin sisters. Drop it down and wobble, wobble up. Mommy boot it up. She get down and gobble, gobble up. Cause my money up. Down and wobble, wobble up. Mommy boot it up. She get down and gobble, gobble up.